Hello guys, and welcome to a new Steel Division 2 video today by me, Vulcan. Today I have for you a 3 versus 3 on Shchedrin, and I am playing this live. So, yeah, today we are going to be joined by Patient Zero and Mason on my team. I don't know these players, I just joined a random lobby which was actually hosted by the other team. I believe they are stacked up a little bit, but it's totally fine. This guy's using a flatline 184th. We've got a Vanguard 44th and a Vanguard 126th to worry about. I've chosen to go with the OG 5th Panzer Balanced Division. It's going to be interesting. I am curious what they're going to get up to. If they don't win in the early game, then it's almost assured that we're going to win in the late game. But I'm curious how this deck's going to perform these days against like more aggressive divisions, particularly like the 44th can certainly cause the 5th Panzer issues at a distance with things like T-34-85s. So yeah, you can see Patient Zero here knows the deal. He's saying they're going to come at us hard in the beginning, but phase B and C we should be able to counterattack. Yep. I shall agree with that. Alright, let's get some troops down anyway. I'm going to bring in some Shchedrin. We're going to pop them to have a look at the open cover. I think I might do a double Panther start. It's kind of risky, but it just depends really what is brought in. So, like the 184th could bring in the ISU 152. Sorry, no, the ISU 122, sorry, with its like really good 200 penetration gun. Then you got like the 1944 variants that can come out of the 44th Guards. At maximum range, my Panthers should win, but they don't have any veterancy on them early on, so it's kind of gonna be a bit hard to deal with. But I think we're gonna do double Panther. Go all out with the good old 5th Panzer. Should be good fun. Let's bring in the double Flak 43. And we're also going to do Panzergrenführer with 2 Sturmpires, 2 Panzergrens into the town. Now, Panzergrenführer has an STK of Z10. I probably shouldn't have them in those in phase A. That's probably a mistake in my deck building there. I think once upon a time I was probably just doing it for like larger team games like 44 and 10v10. It's totally fine. In a 3v3 this is not as good because I'm gonna need that command to be there ASAP so that it doesn't get just taken out on the road or further back than it should otherwise. But we'll do an MG over here. I think on the right is actually a better idea. I might put one on the left as well. I kind of want to put something on this hill. Not entirely sure. So we have Patient Zero is going to be taking the center there. We've got Mason with the 3rd Fauci-Mega. He's going to be jumping into the town. He should be okay. It just depends. We're going to have to make sure we keep a good eye on what happens early on and then kind of reinforce our teammates if they start to double up on one side. I'm not sure if I want to do the double Panther now, but it's getting close to the start, so I need to make my mind up. Let's just do like a Panzervernichtungs into the town with like a Panzergren, a Panzerfaust as well. Yeah. Thing is with the Panzergrens and Panzerfaust is they have the same cost as a standard Panzergrens. And they also seem to have the same availability here now. It's funny, I haven't played this 5th Panzer deck for so long now. So we'll see what happens. I might also want to bring in a leader for my AA at some point. I have got them at 1 veterancy, which is good. The Flak 36, or Flak 43-37, sorry, is very, very good once it's upbedded, so we'll try and make use of that. We don't actually have to worry about the beginning of the game so much, because regardless of the income, everybody starts with the same amount of points. So we're starting with 750 at standard game mode. So each player, they both have 750, although this P40 getting on the back of the JU88 there is not good for Mason. The the P40 actually got called off because the BF-109 was getting on the back of it, but the Focke-Wulf perfectly timed, very nice, going to be taking that down. The Yak 1B Going to be chilling, although the Ju-88 isn't really getting out of there very well. And the LA-5, will it be able to catch the Focke-Wulf? The Focke-Wulf's pretty fast. It's an interesting air combat going on here at the start. Also a little bit of lag, unfortunately. Hopefully it won't be too persistent throughout the game. It's the only trouble with recording live, you never know what issues are going to occur. I'm going to unload my Panzergrens on the road so that we can maybe take down some of these transports early on. It looks like we managed to get a couple, but the Gvardi DP here shouldn't really stand up for too long. It absolutely melted the faces off them with the flamethrowers. And we pinned down the next ones with the Panzergrens. So that is going to give us the town on the left-hand side there. What's going on in the middle here? Looks like Patient Zero might be pushed back a little bit. It seems like the I Am the Senate guy, he covered this side but didn't deploy much. So he's got a couple of T-34s there. So what we're going to want to do is probably zoom a unit all the way up here, start to cover off this left side and push in and help the mid. So yeah, let's have the SDKZ-10 move up there. These Panzergrens can start moving up and spread out. Nice, my Pack 43 has actually shot down the LA-5, that's really good. Very, very good. We're going to bring in a Grilla to help with all of this infantry. And then I'm also going to bring in probably a Tiger to help at range. And then we can start using Panzergrens to push across the open there to help recover that center area. DP Group should be going down shortly. Panther might be able to get a decent line of sight here onto the Stubbecker. Nice thing about this 251-10, really good at transport sniping. That's why you bring it. At the start, I've got away with using it so far. What is that up on the hill? It's just another Stubbecker, I feel like it is. Okay, good. DP Group in. Let's go ahead and move the Shchedrin over. I'm going to move this Panther over. Yeah, I don't think I'm actually going to be allowed to get up to the spawn. That would have been really cheeky. We could have absolutely thrown off that right side entirely. I'm going to tell this guy. That I'm going to give him a hand. He doesn't give up. Because he's definitely taken a beating early on. We'll make sure to bring in a Panzergren here. Keep moving my AA up. Thing that I've got to do is make sure that I make as much ground as possible on this right hand side. So that we can continue the pressure there. And then we can recover the mid. And then hopefully win the game. Bring in MG here, that will definitely help us out as well. I don't know what happened to all the infantry here. I guess we lost eyes. I'm probably going to bring up a Shchedrin on the right hand side so that we can see what's going on there. But Mason's doing a decent job of the town. He has taken one of these offensive flags. He's also putting pressure on the next one, so that's really good. That's saving us a lot right now, because otherwise we would have lost the double take. I don't know if I want to unload that necessarily yet, but I'm going to do it. We'll have it just run after the Tiger there, and I can bring in potentially the commander to give us veterancy on the pushback. I can also bring in a Grilla. Oh, interesting, they brought up the 45 that far up. Risky. Not going to pay off, I don't think. Is that an enemy tank? Possibly. There is some off-map coming down here, but we've got the MG in there, which is good. And Magrila just demolished the unit up on the hill there, so that's good. Shchedrin, going to have a little bit of problem with the BT-7. Got to hope the Panther can get line of sight here. We're not really going to be able to do much until we get our men further forwards. with those Panthers on the right, because I don't want to move up and then have them bring in T-34s up here, like T-34 A5s, and then just hit my Panthers at close range. My Panthers will win at long range, so that's what we've got to try and exploit. Same with the Tigers. So they also brought in a BT-7 there. Let's just move over to the right here with the Panther. My AA is moving up. I do need to be very careful. We'll move that back for the time being, so it's hidden. That should not be that far forward. It's got to be careful he doesn't get surrendered. Okay, good. We found line of sight. Is that going to be what I think it is? Some sort of like cluster plane is what I'm scared of. Could also just be like an IL-2, yeah, rocket plane. It's fine. As long as it doesn't one-shot my tank. That would be sad. Right, we're all good. I do need to get my AA up there though. So the key right now is just to get more infantry in that can support a push across the open. And we're also going to want to deal with these. However, the Pak-38 might do a good job there. I'll bring in a Pak-40 as well. We'll smoke off to the left so we don't get wrecked here. And then we can have the Panzergrens lead the charge next time around. So what I've done with this Panther is we're going to put it in the back garden. I'm going to drive it up to the edge of the back garden so it has good line of sight. And we'll just leave it there. And then we'll move up the Panzergrens to find whatever's in here. I do still need to bring up that recon unit on the right hand side, so we'll make sure to prioritize that next. Because it's pretty important. Alright, these Gunnerstrelke DP. Not the best, like, range troops, but they do have 3 DP-28, so they are going to do a number to the Sturm Pioneer. The Panzergren, however, totally fine. What is this? It's a BT-7. Don't have line of sight on it from there. My SDKFZ 250-110 should win that engagement. Because of rate of fire, yeah. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I might want to run away from the Gunnerstrelke though, because I can use the HE to take it out. Right, Gunnerstrelke DP have been revealed. Just get that spear through to the right hand side. And now we can focus on bringing up something like a Panzer IV maybe, to help push with the Panther. Now this lag is actually kind of handy right now because it's giving us a bit of extra time to make sure that everything's doing what it's supposed to be. Interesting at that range, we've lost that engagement though. Not ideal, definitely going to have to do a runner from that. On the left side though, Mason doing a good job to hold the 12-12. If we can maintain the 12-12, then we're actually onto a winner, so yeah, that'd be great. Let's get my Pak-40 up onto that now. It looks like the T-34's got dispatched. Very good. Ooh, the T-34-85s have come up onto the top of the hill. That is not good for my tanks. My Tiger might go down here. The Guila, yeah, is going to die. But with a little bit of veterancy, maybe, just maybe, we can win that. Be great if we could. Go on, hit the mark. Oh, that was a bounce. No way. 72% penetration. Now, this happens a lot on stream. I was really hoping I would be able to avoid some of this unlucky penetration. That's alas. Oh, nice Focke-Wulfs there, taking down the Yak. I might be able to sneak up on this BT-7 actually with the Panzergrens and take that out. Taking out one of the T-34s there means that I'm in a pretty good spot. We were pretty lucky that they didn't hit us with either of the T-34s though, so that's good. Right, so there is a Gornostarki DP in the building there, which is obviously not ideal. We're also being hit by this well, not artillery piece, AT gun. Right, let's move that back. And I'm going to unload my Shchedrin here. We do now have the lead in flags. Again, thanks to Mason's push. So we're just going to keep up the pressure here in the center so that he can continue to push that salient without the other two people in the middle reinforcing him. Because that's the biggest problem that could happen right now. Also, I might as well shoot down this P-40. If I can. We are moving into phase B shortly, 20 seconds. It might be... Come on, fuck off. What are you doing? I'm just going to evac him because he's flying off into the middle of nowhere. That's not ideal. Looks like the... Ooh, go on, Grilla. If I can pin down the Zis-2, that would be really helpful. We're going to get a AA piece in here. Actually, I'll get 2 AA pieces in the middle, because we don't need bombers and stuff to land on us. That would be really bad. Okay, Zis-2 is taken care of. That needs to fall back. Shchedrin Pioneers, once they get in this building, will be able to capture that for us. We're going to keep the Panzergrens back, move the SDKZ forwards, however, and bring in another Panzergren that can try and contest the light cover. I'm probably going to make sure these Panzergrens move into cover so that we can continue that engagement without taking as much damage, because at the moment we're in a bit of a weird spot with that. Yep, a close range here. Looks like... I was going to say we're not able to use the flamethrower, but we were in the end, so that's good. We're going to capture that flag on the right hand side. SDKFZ 25110 should finish off the Maxim. I'm going to start moving up this MG here to cover the Panzergrens in this cover. Get these unloaded. We'll keep that one in the back garden, although I might move it to the left a little bit more. And we're going to have to make preparations to push up this hill. So I'm going to bring up a Shchedrin. We're going to bring up some more Panzergrens with the Veteran C, and also some Shchedrin Pioneers that can push into the trees. Stop that there. Okay, cool. I did lose line of sight on our Shchedrin Pies. Half-tracks happily mowing down these Gornostarki. Like, I know that there's nothing in here that can kill the half-track, so that's working out well. MG42 is covering against the Gavardia. I can even move the Panzergrens forwards now to help beat those. So this is going very, very well. Okay, let's try and move up on the hill, start moving up on the hill while we're waiting for the Panzergrens to arrive. And then that will allow our Shchedrin Pies to just drive up the hill and deal with that. Also, I don't need the Veteran on the Tiger right now, so I'm going to move the Panzergren over to the left there to help out. Might even move the Grilla up onto the ridge here so it can fire better across onto this area, should more infantry come down. Not sure what's in here, a little bit worried about that. Let's just move the half-track in there. I'm not too concerned about losing it. Okay, since the half-track's done well getting through there, we're going to move the Panzergrens the whole way up. On the right-hand side, we're going to want to bring in a Grilla. And we're also going to want to bring in like a couple of MGs, I think, just to cover the Shchedrin Pioneer. So it is a Gornostarki, so that's okay. Panzergrens are going to go down there, that's alright as well. Let's get the Shchedrin up onto the open ground so that we can think about moving the Tigers up here. So I don't want to move up here and there be like AT guns here. I don't think there is, because the Panzergrens might have seen them. Actually, probably not. Like, the line of sight is pretty restricted there, so there could be like more to the right. Then again, yeah, okay, so there is AT gun right there. But if we can take out the Moscow Avtos, we can probably take out the 45s. Looks like the Tu-2 is going to destroy those Panzergrens. The thing is, it is only a 45, so in theory I can bring in the Tigers over to the left here and we can push them up the road. Should be able to beat a 45 head on. There is another one further back, but that's going to get taken out by the Panzer. Very good. Okay, let's move the Panzer IV into position here. And I'm going to move the SDKs at 251-10 up onto the hill again, so maintain capture of that. We'll move this back a little bit. Keep the AA ahead a bit. Get that Panther covered properly. Looks like the DP group are going for the Shchedrin, so we will smoke them off and move up. The shortcut for smoke is B, by the way. It's really useful to know because it means you can quickly smoke like that in those sorts of situations and carry on in good time. I'm not convinced we'd win a close range engagement with the T-34, although from light cover, maybe. It just depends if we can get gun depression. Oh, he's showing side armor. His turret's facing the wrong way. Oh, he's going to have to rotate, and then it's going to make the turret rotate. We're going to get a second shot off in time, maybe. Okay, we traded the shot there. Actually, did he miss? It looks like he missed. Okay, that's big. That means that Panzer IV can do that again. There is a 203 mil off map here, but I think that was what was causing all of this. Let's go ahead and grab some more Panzer. Yeah, this lag is actually really helpful, because obviously I'm managing quite a lot across the front right now. And if it was running at full speed, it would actually be a lot harder. But we're okay. Right, we have bumped into a lot of their AA, which we can kill with the Panzer quite effectively. You can see the 25 mil there getting hit pretty hard. I do want to try and get a Shchedrin Pioneer on this hill, but I am not sure that it will work. Let's get the half-track to go over the hill. We'll get the Grilla on the hill. Bring up another Shchedrin Pioneer that can push into the next tree line. Some more Panzer. We are midway through Phase B. So in Phase A, you know, their income's already fallen off now. We're actually already getting more income than them. That's why Vanguard deployment type at the moment is not very desirable in like 1v1 especially, because the income drops off so fast that balance just beats Vanguard if you survive Phase A. Or I guess at least 5 minutes into Phase B, which we already have. Because you've got to consider that the last tick of income comes in at the 10th minute, so, or the 9th minute, so yeah, you basically have to deal with the extra income for a few minutes afterwards, because travel time, basically. Right, let's move one of these Panzer back. We are really starting to break down our opponents now. They did manage to take back the right-hand side, but I can bring in a couple Panzer and we can push that back. Especially with the cover from the MG, we got the Flak 43 there doing okay, so yeah. We have completely carved through the center here. And we just need to keep up the pressure. 45 mil down. We are getting the better of some of this infantry as well, which is really good. I'm going to bring in a Panther to the center now to back that up. I'm also going to bring in my commander, although bringing in my commander is quite risky. I also need to start moving this AA forwards. That's getting left behind. Bring in another one to make sure we're covered for the time being. Moscow Avto in there. Hopefully I have enough MG ammo to cut them down. I think we'll just no, we're going to send that Shchedrin up in the hill. I was tempted to like charge it down the hill here to deal with these Moscow Avtos, but it will lose to them quite heavily, so there's that. Ooh. They're gonna kill my Grilla? Yeah, it is. Okay. It's fine. So what we're gonna want to do then is probably use a Panzer or something to engage that. I want to be a little bit careful with my reinforcements coming up here, because they can get popped quite easily. Did lose a Panzer just here. The Moscow Avtos must have got close enough. Yeah, that MG is struggling. That's not a good engagement for the Panzerguns. I have no veterancy on mine. He has 3 on his. We're also being hit by the units. Apparently it's best to run into your enemy though, so Panzerguns are going to go and commit suicide. That's totally okay. Alright, let's move forwards here, deal with the M3Ss that are coming. Good old M3 Lees. See these in the 126th. Good old Lend-Lease program. Alright, we got another AA there. Looks like the Panzergrunds did get pinned. I think there is like a small mortar here that's pinning these down. What I'm going to do is we're going to just dive it with a Focke-Wulf bomber. I'm really hoping that they don't recover and throw a grenade. That'd be really annoying. Yeah, they already did. Okay, so I strafed the 85 so that the Focke-Wulf could land its bomb, but turns out that we didn't quite manage to get through there. Panzer IV, I'm hoping, can fall back. No, it's not going to be able to. There are 2 of these units here. Nice kill onto the commander is going to help out for sure. So thanks to Patient Zero for doing that. Let's continue moving up the Panther though. I should actually probably move this forwards or back. Not sure. Oh, we did end up killing off the other unit that was there. That's good. All load and knock is not good if we're dealing with the M3Ss. And he will have one in the one loaded up, so that's totally fine. Yeah, we managed to completely get past the mid. There's a bunch of Sapari up here, but they don't matter anymore. They've got to run forwards and connect the front line, otherwise they just lose. Let's bring in another Panther. And it looks like the job is done. I mean, we got through this pretty well. It kind of went the way that it should have, in a sense that they had the early game advantage and they pushed a huge salient in the middle of the map. But Mason did a really good job on the left-hand side. We didn't really have much resistance initially on the right-hand side, so we got a good sort of, I guess, foothold. And yeah, that's basically it. They're gonna surrender. We'll call GG. My Tiger actually could have got side shot there. But the 5th Panzer prevails. That was good. That was good fun. I might have to be careful with the flak here. Let's just strafe this. I'll bomb it. That's fine. Alright, there we go. Major victory. 19 minutes, 57 seconds. 2,415 kills, 610 losses. As I mentioned, the sort of little bit of lag there throughout the game definitely made things a lot easier to deal with, especially spreading out more across the map. But the thing with this division is you can see how apprehensive I was to push forwards with the Panthers, because the T-34-85s can really do a good job at close range killing your armor. Whereas at longer ranges, you have an advantage because you have more armor and more penetration, I think, as well. So, yeah, at maximum range, the Panthers win out, the Tigers win out. At closer ranges, the T-34-85s win out, because even if you're trading, they cost less. So that is where it can really start to hurt. But yeah, I don't think they did a terrible job. Decent middle push there at the start, just didn't really cover the right hand side where I pushed. If they'd covered that town a little bit better, then that might have looked a little bit different at the beginning, because they would have been pushing a double tick. But yeah, really good fun. And it's nice to play some live games against people who I have no idea who they are. It's different to like my general streaming times when I'm playing with people from the stream and people who like are playing around those times all the time. So yeah, this is definitely a very different time zone to me. So yeah, thank you to these guys for playing, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.